That narcissistic baby daddy of yours is lying to you, sis. He's lying to you. You know why he doesn't want to pay child support? Because he hasn't paid his taxes. You know why he hasn't paid his taxes? Because he probably has a bankruptcy on his record. He is in so much debt, but he's been lying to you this whole time because that is what narcissists do. They are pathological liars. And he really did not expect for a child to be in the mix because that is a financial obligation that he cannot meet, but he doesn't want you to know that. So he bitches and moans and threatens to take you to court for custody when it really boils down to the fact that he is financially reckless and irresponsible. He's not making the money that he told you that he's making. He's been lying to you this entire time. Actually, he's been trying to take advantage of you financially. How many times have you helped him out because he didn't have any money? How many times have you poured into his business ideas because this was going to be it? How many times have you utilized your time and your resources to help him come up? How many times has he tried to dig in your pockets to see how much you actually earn? He is a liar. He doesn't earn the income that he's been telling you. And he is trying to weaponize your guilt, weaponize your good character, because it would be a blow to his ego for you to actually know that he has no money, he is reckless, he is impulsive, and he's probably gotten into some illegal shit that would not allow him to come to court and actually stand in front of a judge and have proper information to present. This is why he's avoiding child support. It has nothing to do with anything else other than the fact that he would no longer be able to continue perpetuating this image of having it like that. Most narcissistic men don't have it like that at all. And they get off on preying on women that either can help them get it or already have it and are willing to give. Never give a narcissistic man your hand financially. Let it always be a mystery what you earn, what you have. You never share finances with a narcissistic man because he will try to render you powerless in the dynamic by either robbing you of your independence, setting you up to not be able to work, utilizing all of your time and resources to help him, or he will take what you have and spend it on his double life, his addictions, his clothes, everything. He doesn't want to pay child support because he doesn't have it. That's it. He's a fraud.
This is not in the best interest of your kid, and I'll tell you why. I'm Alexis, I'm a mom of 4, I've been divorced twice, and I have a million court orders. I was self-represented for 90% of them, and I know what I'm fucking talking about. And I'll preface, I'm Canadian, because a lot of you Americans love to come in, oh, it's different in every state and blah, 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 blah. I don't know American laws. I don't know your weird, janky laws. What I do know is the Canadian federal Canadian child support guide. So let's get into it. The reason why when you have 50-50 custody, one parent pays the other parent is so that the child has the same living experience as they would if the marriage relationship never dissolved. That means that if dad's living in a trailer park and mom's living in a mansion, that mom pays dad so that dad can live in a better place and maybe the mom will live in a little bit less place. Notice how I did that? Because it's not a gender issue. Oh, you guys, women just want to take. No, not a gender issue. In fact, if one of the parents decides to not get child support, it is the child's right, and the child can then go to court and get back pay for child support if they so wish. You cannot decide to not have child support. I believe that that's in the States too. At least it was in the 90s when Judge Judy said it on one of her shows. And that's Californian law. So I don't know if it's like every state. But I trust Judge Judy. Anyways, the point here is that this is for your kids. Stop looking at child support payments or receiving child support as if it has anything to do with you, because it doesn't. If you're getting $1,000 or $2,000 a month in child support, put that towards living in a better place. Put that towards providing your child with better food. Put that towards I don't know, cars don't really fucking matter. But do you know what I mean? This is about raising your standard of living so that it is equal as if the child never split, as if you guys never split. That's the point of child support. If you don't believe me, fucking look it up yourself, because Google is free, people. It is free. Use it.
I think that child support should only be paid by the deadbeats and not the good active dads. I also think that every single mother out there that gets child support should have to prove what they're spending the money on. Additionally, the money should go on a debit card that prohibits things being paid for like rent, utilities, or anything outside of what you would have without the children. Because too often, these moms are spending it on their hair, their nails, their night out, and calling it reimbursement. Another thing these moms do is they don't provide their entire income, so they have a lot of money coming in from under the table, which then makes the dad pay additional money, and they're actually scamming the system. If you're an active dad, you shouldn't have to pay child support. If you have the kids during the week or on weekends or 50-50, you shouldn't have to pay child support. There's a lot of baby moms out there that actually do get paid a lot in child support, not just pennies, and they use it. And before you come for me, I'm a single mom myself that doesn't get any child support. Okay, bye.
Child support, child support, child support. Today we are going to be talking about this child support issue. Alright, my name is Idara Iyang. Welcome back to my channel, Everyday with Idara Iyang. If you've not yet subscribed, this is the right time to do so. Kindly click on that subscribe button and turn on notification for more videos from me. Thank you. Alright, today we'll be talking about child support. Should a man pay for child support even when the woman and the man have shared custody, or even when the woman is making absolutely no money because she chooses not to work? Like, it's a choice. She chose not to work. Like, let's talk about different issues concerning child support. The reason why I am talking about these issues because I saw a short funny clip. You know, all this court that they put on TV that is commercialized. This woman brought this man to child support court because she has chosen not to work. Like, it's not because she has tried to get job but then nobody's hiring her. No, she literally told the judge that she does not want to work, and she brought this man to child support court because she wanted the judge to increase the child support money. All right, and the judge was like, why? You're not disabled, you have no reason not to want to work. And then she sat down there and looked at the judge and was like, ma'am, I live with my mom, and my mom's house is fully paid for. Like, we own it, so we do not pay house rent. We literally have no serious bills because we own our own home. The type of bills we have is like light bill and Wi-Fi bill, but we don't have serious bills. So she personally doesn't think that she has to work. The only major source of financial constraint is the child she has with this man, and so she feels like the man should pay for everything as relating to this child, like every little single thing, from food to clothes, school fees, every single thing, health insurance and all. And mind you, this man was already paying child support. He was paying about $1,000 per month for this child, and let me give you an estimate. It makes about $90,000 per year. Okay, so per month it gives this woman about $1,000, and he has shared custody with this woman. So the The judge was like, I don't understand why he did not want to work. So basically, the judge had calculated everything based on the salary that the man makes, and she basically even reduced the child support a little bit, by I think less than 100 or 200. So it was paying about 1,000 plus, and then it ended up being 1,000 US and $93. Yes, 1,093 US dollars. And the woman was like upset, like, why would you do that? And then just told her literally that, you know, this child is going to have more money to be spent on her or him if you decide to get a job. That she doesn't understand, the judge doesn't understand why she doesn't want to work. That is one scenario. There's another scenario that I saw, and this woman also had shared custody with this man, and it was not on child support, but it was giving this woman 1,000 USD per month, and that is minus the health insurance. For health insurance, it was paying about 300 USD per month as well for the 2 children he had with this woman. And this one was also working, and they had shared custody. I think she has the children from like Thursday to Sunday, and then he will have the children from Monday to Wednesday. And this woman just came to court and asked that she wants to collect a bigger amount of money for child support, and the judge was like, why? You have shared custody and you work. So the judge basically calculated the school fees for the 2 children. He had 2 children with her. The school fees for each of them was 500 USD, and so she said 2 of you have shared custody, so the school fees should be shared between the both of you. So the woman should pay 500 and the man should pay 500 for each children. So that is 1,000 for the 2 children. Before it was paying 1,000 for each child, that's 2,000, but then now it's going to be paying just 1,000, that is 500. It was a private school, you understand, that the 2 children are going to. And the woman was furious because at the end of the day, she brought him to court to increase the money, but they ended up reducing the money. When the judge dug further, like, why did you bring this man to put him on child support when he's giving you money every single month, even when he's not on child support? The letter found out that she was upset because she just recently realized or found out that he was dating somebody else. And she said it over and over again in the court, like, he is spending his money on other women. And I'm like, the judge was like, wait a minute, he's not with you anymore, and certainly he's going to be interested in being in a relationship with other women. So obviously he's going to be spending his money on this 1 or 2 more women. The only problem will be if he's spending money on these women and neglecting his financial obligation to his children, which you have agreed that he does not neglect his financial obligation. He spends money on these women, but also ensures that the amount that he has told you will be giving to you every month, he sticks to that amount and he gives it to you every month. So what is your business with other women? But this woman was not taking it, and she kept on saying it over and over again that he makes more money than me, so he should give me more money. He should be paying for almost everything, if not everything that has to do with this woman. Now, I gave you these 2 scenarios because I want to know your opinion about this. Do you think that child support should be paid by the party? Would you actually agree that when a man makes much more money than the woman, the man's child support should be increased, and it should be much more just because his salary has increased or his salary is much more? Like, even if when you have shared custody, remember, it's not a situation where you have no custody whatsoever, and then from Monday to Sunday the children are with you. No, you people have 50% custody. But then because you've looked into his finances and you've seen that he's making much more than you, or he just got a salary raise, you feel like it's the money that he is spending on the children should increase with a 50-50% custody. And usually, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen to the woman, but most of the time this happens to the man. Like, the woman just sits down and just feels like this man should spend all of his money on these children that I have with him, and then I have no financial obligation to these children. That's why I always say, like, I had this friend, I still have this friend. We used to talk about, like, should I say, gender roles, and how most African men, I'll say African men because that's where I'm coming from, and I have seen it even with some close friends of mine, where the husband will be like, I don't want you to work, I want you to stay at home and train the children. I want them to have the best motherly training, so I cannot trust somebody else. I will have to trust you to take care of these children. And it literally begs and pleads to this woman not to go to work. So this woman is out of the workforce for 1 year, 10 years, training these kids and making sure that these kids are well behaved. And it's the man that has asked for this. And the man is working. He has promotions here and there, making money, and then has his identity outside the home, while the woman, being an awesome mother, and an awesome daughter, and awesome sister, but then she has not much identity outside the home because she doesn't do anything outside the home apart from taking care of the kids. What do you think about that? Because I've seen situations like that. Like, even my friend's husband I said something like that, and my friend usually tell me that to her, she doesn't think, this is another friend, she believes that it's not supposed to be like that, because when you were conceived as a girl and your parents and your mother pushed you out from the womb, you came into this world as an individual with your own identity. Now, when it comes to when you decide to put yourself in a situation where your identity is gotten from somebody else, it's a very, very tragic mistake, because God forbid, I mean, there are good men that will never leave a woman that has made that kind of sacrifice, and will ensure that they provide financially and never rub it in the face of the woman that, yeah, I'm the one that's providing financially for this home, and just be there. But you hardly see those kind of men. And if one day they just change their mind, maybe they meet a hearty on the road and they just feel like, no, I want to live my life, I want to be with this other person, they can decide to just gather their things together and leave, leaving you with the only type of identity you have, which is the identity through your children. You don't have any other thing going for you apart from your children, and you'll be financially stranded, and then you'll have to start all over again by yourself. Now, I have said this over and over again, there are men that are good. They might even want their wife to stay at home, and in order to make sure that she's not feeling bad and all, they might even decide to spend money and make sure that she establishes a business in her name, not in his name, in her name, and make sure that she's having financial income every week or every month. You know, set up something for her. But then having nothing outside the home, outside from being a mother, can be very, very scary. And you have to have your own identity as a woman that is separate from your husband, or that is separate from your boyfriend. It doesn't mean that you don't love and respect this man. It just means that you have to have a life outside of his own life to enjoy this life much more better. Because if you have a life outside of his life, then you will not be sitting down in your home thinking, oh God, this man has increased as much more money than I do, and then he has so much babes that is dating and spending money on, because you're busy making money for yourself. Yes. And then it's even great if you two of you come into agreement about the amount of money that he should pay per month, and then it sticks to that amount, regardless of whether is spending the rest of his money on other women, you will not care because you have things going for yourself. And can you imagine this same woman that was complaining that he has a lot of women that he's spending money on? She is engaged, and she's engaged to a man that does not work. He doesn't have a job, and she has a job as a teacher. So sometimes I'm like, okay, how is he feeling? Because the judge actually asked the woman what is his opinion about this, and she told the judge that he is in support of it. But then I'm thinking, I mean, at first I was like, nah, he's not in support because he's a man and he will not want any man to be treated the way she's treating him. But then I looked at it and I was like, well, he has no job. He knows that the more money that would come from this man that is working and giving child support, the more opportunity he would have to dip his hand into that cookie jar and spend on himself. So of course he's going to support the whole thing. So guys, what do you think about this child support issue? I want to have your own opinion. I know I went far and wide, but this is a topic that kind of baffles me because there's so many other questions we can talk about in terms of child support. And can you still be entitled to some child support even when your child is older than 18 years? And basically how child support works. Alright, so comment below and let me know what you think about this issue, about this whole child support thing. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to like this video and share with your friends and family, and so we can talk more about this in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.